Good evening, guys. Just a quick little shoot today. Virat and I have come out to a spot near Brookton. The canola is flowering, as you can see behind us. We've got about an hour before moonrise, once it turns dark, so about an hour of shooting. So right here at the moment, I've got my Nikon Z6 set up with the Sony 14mm f1.8 with the Viltrox adapter. I've got a nice lone tree set up in the middle of the frame with in the middle of the canola there. The Milky Way is going to rise up behind the tree, followed by the moon in about an hour's time. So if the cloud clears, at the moment, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of cloud behind us. If the cloud clears, it'll be quite an interesting shot. About an hour of daylight, so a bit of a day to night. And yeah, with any luck, we'll get something worth keeping. So okay, I'll move on to our next spot. There you go, Virat.
I'm doing all right so far. You, Greg?
Yeah, good. So you're setting up for a time lapse?
Trying to, yeah.
What do you think of the clouds?
Should clear. Famous last words.
Virat, the eternal optimist.
If they don't, we'll get a nice cloudscapes going on.
Yes. Okay, second setup. Going to set up the Z6 III with a 35mm. Just going to do a very simple panorama. So it's blue hour now. So the idea is to, since we've got such a tight window with only an hour of full darkness before the moon, we're just going to capture a foreground, blue hour foreground. That should help us out with the keeping the colour in the canola as well. And shouldn't have any trouble getting sharp shots because there is zero wind, which is working in our favour. So gonna grab probably just somewhere between 3 and 5 shots here with the tree right in the middle, and get the foreground done. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing here is a bit of focus stacking. So even though I'm just doing a small pano, I've got to focus in on the tree in the distance, and I'm also going to focus close on the canola, just in the foreground. Yeah, we'll just do a focus stack for each panel. That should work. So my settings at the moment are ISO 100. I think I might boost that a bit. Yeah, I'm going to boost that, probably boost that up to 800, and shut the aperture down to get as much depth of field as I can. And at the moment I'm shooting at 2.5 seconds, but we'll just see what that is for each of the different shots. Okay, so an update on that. So I've gone with ISO 800, f8 and 2.5 seconds. So 2 shots for focus stacking for each frame, and probably 3 frames. Okay, so that's my foreground shots done. Ended up doing like 5 panel just to make sure I've got enough. Probably won't use them all. Very dark here, isn't it? Sorry guys if you can't see me. I'll stick some lights up on the next one. So yeah, the main worry for us at the minute is the clouds. They don't seem to be clearing as quickly as we might have hoped they would, but we'll see what happens. Right, things are a little frantic. We're about half an hour off nightfall. Going to get the tracker set up now and polar aligned, so we're ready to start tracking right on 7 o'clock. The skies are still pretty cloudy, so optimism is starting to wear a little thin. I can see the Southern Cross directly above me at the moment, and there's a few gaps out towards the horizon, but still plenty of clouds. So anyway, we'll get set up so that we're ready to go if it does clear enough. Otherwise it might be a case of just taking some single frames and making the best we can with partial skies. It's pretty hard to track when you've got clouds moving through. But anyway, in the meantime, I'll get the tracker set up and we'll see how we go. I'm still using my tried and tested Skywatcher wedge. This is the freshly printed phone mount courtesy of Eric Wilkes, which, when coupled with the Polar Scope Align Pro app, now finally available for Android phones too, makes polar aligning the tracker a breeze. Check out the blog posts on Eric Wilkes' photography website. With the wedge polar aligned, I now mount the Move Shoot Move Nomad tracker and adjust the Allen Wallace V-mount to provide a level base on which to mount the camera. Don't be shy when tightening the V-mount to avoid it sagging under the weight of the camera. Next up is the Benro 3-way geared head. Despite the weight, I swear by using 3-way geared heads if you are planning on shooting multi-row panoramas where consistent overlap is important. And last but certainly not least goes the camera, in my case the trusty Nikon Z6 III, which includes the extended shutter, allowing exposures longer than the standard 30 seconds. Okay, so that's alignment complete. Shot a test shot off, looks pretty good. Sky is definitely clearing, but it's gonna have to get a wriggle along. We can give it about probably half an hour and still be able to squeeze in enough shots for a small 35mm pano and maybe even a 20mm safety track shot. We'll give it another half an hour or so and see how we're going. It's definitely clearing. Okay, so that is the Milky Way core. Looking pretty good actually. It's clear now, and if we come down to the horizon, I reckon it's clearing. What do you reckon, Virat? Is it clearing?
It is clearing, yep. I can see the core, and I reckon another 10 minutes we should be good.
Okay, let's hope. With skies now clear and a countdown to moonrise, I set about capturing a 35mm panorama. Or was I? Oh, right, so that's my 35mm pano done. So quick lens change, and I will do a small 20mm Vertorama tracked again, and I think that's just about going to do me. The temperature is dropping pretty quickly. It was about this point of the evening the wheels started falling off. Firstly, I realised I'd been shooting with the 20mm lens, not the 35mm lens. I was shooting 20mm.
Oh, really?
Yes, you would think I would have noticed. And as a result, had shot way more frames from the pano than I'd needed to. So you know how I said I was feeling disorganised? Well, I am feeling disorganised. This left me very short of time to actually shoot the remaining shots I needed for the 35mm pano. That is a classic. Okay, well I've got to get my skates on now because I've got to do a 35mm pano still. Oh, I hope we're not going to get into trouble for being on this guy's property. Secondly, a farmer appeared on the scene wanting to know what we were up to. They are very protective of their crops, regularly having to deal with influencers traipsing through their canola fields to get the insta-perfect shot. We are always very respectful of farmers' property and were set up in the fire break on the fence line, so he wasn't concerned. And after a few questions about what we were up to, let us continue. So with the sky rapidly lightening in the east, I pushed on with capturing my remaining shots as quickly as was possible. This is going to be pretty challenging as we've got the moon coming up now, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on the back of the camera it looks like daylight. Well guys, that's the moon coming up, you can see behind. I might have messed things up there in the rush. I thought I was shooting with my 35mm, but I was actually shooting with my 20mm, so I overshot my 20mm, which left me probably not enough time to finish my pano with the 35. But anyway, I'll continue to berate myself on that for a little while. And so anyway, so that, yeah, the tail end of my 35mm was with basically with the moon very close to the horizon, so super bright. So I'm not too sure how that's going to stitch with the big exposure difference between the bottom row and the top row. We'll see. It might come together okay. But yeah, moon's looking pretty beautiful there, rising up behind the clouds. I have kicked off a time lapse with the 35mm just to catch that as it climbs up a little bit in the sky. Hopefully the day to night time lapse that I've got running just down the road there will also pick it up. We'll see. Lots of maybes with tonight's shoot. A little bit out of practice. It's been probably been a month or so since I've been out. So yeah, apologies for the scarcity of videos if this one does make it. Anyway, we'll just relax here for a little while, enjoy this moon coming up. Well, mate, that was short and sharp.
Nice little outing, I reckon.
Yeah, a bit frantic, but I'm not sure if I've got anything or not at this stage. But yeah, so I don't know if I've got. I might have some really good stuff, or I might have nothing. So we'll see.
Oh, still a good outing. First day of August, so yeah, can't complain.
No, so definitely the tail end of the rising Milky Way shoot for this season, because it was what? It was about 50, 60 degrees.
Degrees up here.
Yep, but yeah, I think we squeezed a lot in that bit over an hour that we had before the moon came up, and the moonrise was pretty spectacular, wasn't it?
Yep, I thought it was very unique. We normally don't do that, and I got a nice lone tree and canola with the moonrise. Can't complain. And the clouds did its job perfectly. They cleared at the right time, and they came back in when the moon was rising.
Yeah, so, we just had that 1 hour window with the clouds cleared, everything aligned. So yeah, and then we got some interesting, potentially some interesting time lapses with the moon rising. So we'll see how it turned out. Virat got some great shots with the 400 at the end there.
Yeah, I was trying with the longer focal length and 24 to 120.
Yeah.
And see, there was a lot of blending, so I got like 8 exposures bracketing. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I've always said trying to shoot a full moon is it's one of the hardest things to do and get a good result, especially when you're shooting it in full darkness like this. If you're shooting it during the blue hour, I think it's manageable, but trying to shoot with that dynamic range that you get with the full moon is pretty challenging. Anyway, guys, that's a wrap for the evening. Hopefully we've got something to show you now, and catch you on the next adventure.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.